Come with me if you want to live, so that you can play Terminator 2D No Fate. So as you can see, I was able to get the collector's edition. It's actually very nice that it comes with a few different things. You have this nice coin. Game came with 2 cases. The steel tin case looks like this, but a steel tin, so a nice matte finish with a nice cover art. A nice book with all the artwork. There is the old paper manual that has all the commands and controls and everything. So that is a nice touch that they added to it. I appreciate that everything's digital in the menus these days, but seeing an old paper manual is kind of nice. Kind of brings me back to the Sega Nintendo days. They also gave this paperweight and multiple things. There's that. Got one more. I'll probably go ahead and hang those on the wall, but in regards to the game, it is actually really fun. You get to play as multiple characters, and depending on what storyline and decisions you make will determine which ones you get access to. You don't just get to pick your character and play that throughout the entire game. That based on the story, you're going to take on the role of Sarah Connor, possibly the T-800, depending on what choices you make, and a futuristic version of John Connor. And you'll be doing this as you take on the T-1000, which is a pain in the butt. So you're going to get to play those characters as you try to stop Skynet from destroying our future. So this game does blend iconic scenes from Terminator 2 Judgment Day with original scenarios, but also has multiple endings, and your choices will decide what your gameplay will be in your experience. There are key features in the game that pay homage to the Terminator universe. You get to relive iconic moments, and you can forge new paths as Sarah, John, and as I mentioned, the T-800. And as you play as these characters, they'll be featuring a mixture of classic T2 Judgment Day scenes and some untold Terminator stories. So depending on what choices you make, such as deciding to reset the Terminator's chip or not, deciding whether or not to kill the scientists, will determine whether or not different parts and different levels are played throughout your gameplay. Now, Skynet does have some crazy boss fights, so that is fun. They have an enjoyable cinematic soundtrack that features a recrafted musical score from the legendary T2 score with all new compositions. Now, the game is about, depending on which choices you make, can be anywhere from like 12 to 15 levels, so not that hard, doesn't take that long. Mostly this game is aimed for kind of run and gun and who can get the high shit, everything more. They have a story mode, arcade mode, infinite mode, boss rush, mother of the future, and level training. So yeah, it is mostly focused on side-scrolling shooting and just unlocking Easter eggs and see who can have the highest score. So it is pretty basic, but a nice homage to the original movie, the original T2 movie, I should say. So it is fun. I would definitely give this one an 8 out of 10. That anybody who loves side-scrolling games, this one is definitely the game for you. And if you're a huge Terminator fan, there are a ton of Easter eggs that are in there. There's even one in regards to shorts in a bar, and I won't explain that. You either know from the behind the scenes of the movie, or when you play the game you'll see it. And I'll just say this was something that happened on set for a specific scene, but they put it in the game as a nice little hat tilt. So it is a very nice, fun gameplay that allows you to compete with your friends if they want to try to beat your high score and piss you off when you get home and you find a new high score, and just experience the Terminator world and go back to the lovely 2D pixel days. So I would highly recommend it, especially if you can find a copy of the collector's edition. That I am definitely glad I have these items, so I would say go get your copy today of Terminator 2D No Fate.